Hello and welcome to video 4 of your training. In this video we're going to cover long trades or buy trades, and we're going to give you some examples of long trades. To begin with here, let's just talk about the rules for long trades. These are largely the same as they were for short trades. They're just backwards. So we establish first of all that we're in a strong uptrend using these three rules. The EMA 60 and the EMA 15 are both pointing up. That's the first criteria that must be met. The EMA 5 is above the EMA 15, and the EMA 15 is above the EMA 60. So once those three criteria are met, we determine that we're in a strong uptrend, and at that point we wait for the price to retrace to touch the EMA 60, and when that happens we enter the trade. When we enter the trade, we enter with a two-lot trade or multiples of 2. We'll talk about the multiples of 2 in video 5. And we place a protective stop loss 40 pips back from the entry point, and that's just to protect us in case things don't move in our favor. And once we're in the trade, we need to manage that trade. So we set our take profit level on one lot to 40 pips. When that first take profit level is hit and our first lot is exited, assuming that the trade does move in our favor, we set the second stop loss, for our second lot to the break-even point when the first lot exits, and we trail that stop by 40 pips. And if you don't have software, if you're not using the MetaTrade software for your actual trades, you can trail your stop by simply moving it every time the currency pair moves in your favor every 40 pips. So taking a look at an example here, and again we'll look at an example here, and then we'll go to the charts and take a look at a couple of examples there. We first determine we are in a strong uptrend. We do this by taking a look at the chart. The EMA 60 and the EMA 15, which is the green line and the blue line respectively, are both pointing up. We take a look then to ensure that the EMA 5, the black line, is above the EMA 15, the blue line. And finally, we take a look to ensure that the EMA 15 is above the EMA 60. At that point, we determine we are in a strong uptrend. We look for the retracement, which will be our entry point. So the uptrend has been established. We wait for the retracement, and in this case, looking at the chart, the price is up. We've determined an uptrend. We wait for it to retrace until the point where it touches the EMA 60, and that is our entry point. We enter the trade with two lots and a 40 pip stop loss. So we enter here with two lots, and we set our stop loss 40 pips back to protect ourselves in case the trade doesn't move in our favor. And we exit one lot at 40 pips profit, so we set our take profit level to 40 pips. And when that first lot exits, we move the stop loss to the break-even point, and we trail the second stop loss until it is hit. Okay, so taking a look here, let's take a look at a couple of long trades on the charts themselves. We're looking at the US dollar Swiss franc on the 1 hour charts, and I'm looking at the time frame from December 15th up to the 18th. And just looking at the chart in the morning, or in the afternoon actually, on December 15th, taking a look, we've got the EMA 60 and the EMA 15 are both pointing up. We have the EMA 15 above the EMA 60 and the EMA 5 above the EMA 15. So our criteria for an uptrend is met. We are in a strong uptrend. At that point, we need an entry point. So we wait for the price to retrace and touch the EMA 60, which happened on December 16th. At that point, we enter with two lots. We go long on the trade, and we set our stop loss 40 pips back. This trade was entered at this point here, 1.0361, and we set our stop loss back to this point here, 1.0321. And then we leave the trade in. We set our take profit 40 pips ahead for the first lot, and we leave it in the trade. When the first lot is exited with the take profit, we move our stop loss to the break-even point, and then we just let the second lot ride while trailing our stop at 40 pips, and it actually exited up here. And just to take a look at the data from the trade, we entered long with two lots at 1.0361 on the 16th of December. Our initial stop loss was set to 1.0321, and our first take profit was at 1.0401. The first take profit was hit a couple of hours later. At that point, we moved the stop loss to the break-even point, and we trailed the stop at 40 pips. The second lot was exited the next day at 1.0496. The stop was hit. It raised up to above the 1.05 level and dropped again. So then we have a profit of 40 pips on the first lot, 135 pips on the second lot, for a total profit of 175 pips. So very profitable trade, 175 pips in one day, and a good example of how to use this system for long trades. Okay, so let's take a look at another example here, just zooming out a bit. This one is on the 28th of December, and taking a look at the chart, we're taking a look to make sure that we are in fact in an uptrend before we even consider trading. So looking at the EMA 60 and the EMA 15 are both pointing upwards. And then looking again to match our next criteria, the EMA 15 is above the EMA 60 and the EMA 5 is above the EMA 15. So we determine that we are in a strong uptrend. At that point, we just need an entry point. So we wait for the price to retrace and touch the EMA 60, which it did here. And we enter with two lots. We set our stop loss 40 pips back and the take profit level on our first lot 40 pips ahead. And then once the trade moves in our favor, our first lot is exited with 40 pips profit. We move our stop loss to the break-even point and let the second lot continue to ride it out until the stop loss is hit. Just taking a look at what happened with the trade, we entered long with two lots at 91.53 on December 28th. The initial stop loss was set to 40 pips back, 91.13, and the take profit on the first lot was set to 91.93, which is 40 pips ahead. The take profit was hit early the next day, and we set the stop loss for the second lot to break even when that happened and trailed the stop at 40 pips. The second lot exited December 30th at 92.37, so we have 40 pips profit on the first lot and 84 pips profit on the second lot for a total of 120 pips profit, and this trade took about 2 days. Started on the 28th of December and exited here on the 30th of December. With a couple of trade examples out of the way, you should now know how to trade this system for long trades and short trades as well. You should now move on to video 5 to learn about which currency pairs are best used with this system, which time frames you should be trading, and we're going to talk a little bit about money management. And then once you've done that, continue on to practice making some short trades and long trades on MetaTrader, both with your practice account and with historical data. Doing both will ensure that you learn the system well and can use it profitably for your Forex trading.